Everyone says Shanks is the guardian of balance, the peaceful Yonko, the man who stops wars and saves the world. But here's the thing. Shanks never ends problems. He only freezes them. He didn't stop the Marineford War because it was wrong. He stopped it because it was going too far. And that changes everything. Because what if Shanks isn't protecting the world? What if he's controlling it? The myth of the peaceful Yonko. Let's start with how fans see Shanks. He smiles. He laughs. He drinks with pirates and saves kids. Compared to Kaido, Big Mom, or Blackbeard, he feels safe. But One Piece has taught us something very clearly. The most dangerous characters are never loud. Shanks doesn't conquer islands. He doesn't build empires. He doesn't declare wars. Instead, he appears only at turning points. And that's not coincidence. That's strategy. Marineford, the perfect interruption. Marineford is where the mask cracks. Whitebeard dies. Ace dies. The world is on the edge of total chaos. Then Shanks arrives. And instantly, Sengoku listens. The Marines stop. Blackbeard backs off. Ask yourself this. Why does everyone accept Shanks' authority? Not fear. Not power alone. Legitimacy. Shanks doesn't end the war to save lives. He ends it to preserve the structure of the world. If the war continued, the Marines might collapse. Blackbeard might grow too fast. The balance would break. Shanks doesn't let that happen. Shanks and the world government. Now let's talk about the most uncomfortable scene. Shanks, walking into Mary Joy's. Meeting the Gorosei. Alone. No chains. No guards. No fear. This isn't a pirate sneaking into enemy territory. This is a man with permission. The Gorosei don't treat Shanks like a criminal. They treat him like a stakeholder. Someone whose role matters. And that raises a dangerous question. What kind of pirate is allowed to negotiate with gods? Shanks' real role, the keeper of balance. Shanks doesn't want domination. He wants stability. He stops Kaido from going to Marineford. He stops the war from escalating. He monitors Blackbeard. But he never removes threats. Kaido ruled for decades. The world government stayed corrupt. The celestial dragons kept their power. Shanks let all of that exist. Why? Because chaos creates opportunity. And Shanks controls when that chaos is allowed to move. Why Shanks is waiting? Shanks himself says it. We're not ready to claim the One Piece yet. Not I can't. Not I'm too weak. Not ready. Ready for what? For the right person. The right moment. The right kind of war. Shanks isn't chasing the final battle. He's waiting for someone who will break the system, not replace it. That's why Luffy matters. Shanks versus Luffy. The inevitable clash. Shanks believes in controlled balance. Luffy believes in absolute freedom. Those ideas cannot coexist. Luffy doesn't stop wars to preserve order. He ends them by destroying the cause. That makes Luffy more dangerous than any Yonko. And that's why Shanks gave him the hat. But not the throne. Because one day, Luffy will choose chaos over balance. And Shanks will have to stand in his way. The final truth about Shanks. Shanks isn't evil. He isn't a hero. He's a regulator. A man who decides when history moves, when it pauses, when it bleeds. But One Piece has always been about one thing. Freedom that cannot be managed. And when that freedom finally arrives, Shanks won't protect the world from Luffy. He'll try to protect the world from change. So the real question isn't, is Shanks good or bad? It's this. When the world is finally ready to be free, will Shanks let go of control? Or will he become the last obstacle Luffy has to overcome? Tell me what you think, because this is where One Piece truly begins.